Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. We're going from 0 to 100 today, and I'm going to show you step by step what I do. So I'm starting off with makeup. I'm using my favorite primer, the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, and I'm just applying this all over my face. It's been a couple of hours since I did my skincare, so this primer is just rehydrating my skin and refreshing it before I put makeup on top. Now the star of today's video is going to be the Makeup Forever HD Skin Palette. So this is what the shades look like. In the past, I've always started with concealer first, but today I am sticking with my new sequence of applying makeup, which is contour and blush first, and then concealing and complexion afterwards. So I'm just taking a mixture of these contour shades right here, and I'm just gonna start sculpting my face. I'm not trying to look snatched or anything, but this just helps to add definition to my face. And if there's one thing you learn about me, is that I love defining my face. Like, that's kind of the whole point of a lot of the steps that I do in my makeup routine. I just like adding dimension where I can, and that means adding shadows to areas where I want to kind of recede back from the light, and then also adding highlighter to areas where I want to push to the front. Now that my contour is all done, I'm adding blush, and today I'm feeling like this berry blush right here. It has a little bit more red than the shade right below it, so it'll just give my skin a more flushed look. This is one of my go-to palettes as of late because I just love the formula. This is, I think, the newer version of the HD skin palettes that they've come out with. I also have the old version, which is pretty beat up because I'll pretty much bring this palette with me every time I travel, since the products are all so multifunctional. Like, you can use these shades on your lips as well. You can use it as eyeshadow, you can use it as foundation, concealer, literally anything you want. I am taking these two pearlescent shades right here and mixing it with this pink shade, and I am just creating a highlighter. I've been loving a very glowy cheek lately because I feel like it adds a lot of radiance to the skin and youthfulness. I'm going a little crazy, so I have to add these hair clips in just to keep my hair out of my face. Now I'm gonna go into these complexion shades, and I'm kind of just mixing all four of the shades to create my ideal concealer shade. And this is another thing that I really like about this palette, because you can really customize the shade to match your skin tone. Just like that, my face looks so awake, so put together. And then I'm taking a concealer pencil, and I am just going to do some pinpoint concealing. This immediately perfects the skin like that. And then for powder today, I'm using this new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. This is the new one, and it's in the shade Zero Light. So I'm just taking a little bit and then putting it right under my eyes to set the concealer. Wow, I kind of forgot how blurring this powder is. It literally erased all the texture on my skin. That is perfect. I'm gonna quickly fill in my brows. I don't know about you, but I kind of hate doing my brows. I think you'll learn that I'm a little bit of a control freak about certain aspects of my life. Like, I like being in control, you know? So like, for example, even though I hate doing my brows, I'll never get them microbladed because I just don't want someone to mess up my brows, and I would rather go through the trouble of doing it every day than, you know, have someone do it for me and then risk not liking it. So yeah, it's kind of a me problem, I know. For eyeshadow today, I am gonna be doing a metallic liquid eyeshadow. This one is from Lisa Eldridge. It's the Liquid Lurex eyeshadow in the shade Bianca. This is actually one of my favorite shades because it's basically a light sheer metallic pink, but once you blend it out on the lids, it's so subtle. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing pink eyeshadow, but you do see that there's a little bit of sparkle and something there. So I just really like the effect. And then I am gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes with this heated eyelash curler. I'm doing the inner lashes and then doing the outer. For mascara, I am trying the BBA Never Die mascara. Apparently the one that I've been using this whole time is the red extreme version. So this is actually the original version. And I'm kind of curious if there's even a difference between the two. But what I like about the red one is that it really just doesn't smudge at all. Like, it'll last more than 12 hours on me without smudging, without flaking, and it still holds a curl, which is amazing. Okay, first impressions, I'm pretty impressed. I like the way that my lashes are separated and long. Okay, this step is a little unnecessary, but I just like to do it. I am going to contour my nose, just like that. And then for the lips today, I am going to be using this Tower 28 lip liner. And of course, I'm gonna overline slightly. I just can't help myself. The easiest way to overline is to draw your bottom and then smush your lips together so it just prints along the top, just like that. Is that really dramatic? So that's the liner done. And then just to add some shine, some gloss, obviously I have to do something on top. This is the Rare Beauty lip gloss in the shade Glimmer. Yes, it's so pretty. Look at that shine. And my favorite thing about these glosses is that they smell like peaches, but not like a real peach, more like peach candy, you know? And it's not sticky at all. There's no stringiness. It just feels super comfortable. I wouldn't say it's like moisturizing, but it definitely doesn't dry out my lips, which is, you know, kind of rare to find in a lip gloss. So now my makeup is done. We're gonna move on to hair. I'm gonna take these clips out and then I'm gonna quickly brush out my hair. The hairstyling tool I'm using today is the GHD Curve wand. I just really like it because it's such a thick barrel and it creates the most voluminous waves. I prefer a more voluminous wave rather than like a tight curl because tight curls can look a little bit too done up for me. And I just feel like I've perfected the natural wave. So can you believe how quick that just heated up? I'm gonna quickly take some of this GHD Bodyguard Colored Hair Heat Protect Spray. And I'm just gonna quickly spray my hair. And then I'm just brushing it through. I'm just brushing it through. After spraying heat protectant, always make sure to brush your hair because even if you feel like you've sprayed it in an even way, by brushing it out, it'll really make sure that your hair is all treated equally. So my hair is now all protected. I'm just going to split it down the back and then I'm gonna start on this side right here. I always like to take a piece from the back like this and then I will start. So I always just clamp it, kind of glide it through my hair a little, and then I will twist away from my head, go down a little further, and then I kind of let my hair slide out, curl again, slide out, and then let it slide through, if that makes sense. And then I'll throw it behind my shoulder, and then I kind of just repeat the exact same thing throughout my entire head. And then for the front piece right here, I just make sure to start the curl even higher on my head, like up here. And that just creates a really nice like face framing curl. Okay, my battery kind of died, so then I had to curl this side off camera. But hopefully it's okay. I didn't really brush out my curls. I just let it cool. This side's still a little warm, so I'm not really gonna touch it. But with this side, because it's already cool, I'm gonna quickly run my fingers through it. And then I'm just gonna take my same brush and then brush it out. My hair holds a lot of memory, so even though I just curled it, I'm able to brush it out and then my hair will still continue looking curly. But if your hair tends to be straight and it doesn't really hold a curl very well, I would say to not brush it out with a brush, but maybe just run your fingers through it to break up the curls and make it look a little bit more lived in, you know? Because if it's too ringlety like this, then it kind of looks, I don't know. Well, I mean, unless it's the vibe that you're going for. And just like that, I've added some natural curls and volume to my hair so it doesn't look too flat. But yeah, this is the final look. I always turn to this makeup and also this kind of hairstyle every time I want to look put together really quickly. This entire thing just took me 15 minutes, and I'm sure if you tried, you could also do it in the same amount of time. Please let me know if you enjoyed watching this video and if you have any suggestions for my next one. I am currently taking notes on all of the suggestions that you guys are giving me, and yeah, I just want to thank you all for the support that I've received so far. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for getting ready with me today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!